In the NFL, talent just isn't enough, and it never has been. You can be fast, you can be strong, you can be smart, and you can even be unstoppable. But in the end, the game sometimes just doesn't care. These are the players that were talented, fast, strong, and smart, and unstoppable, but never got the careers they deserved. And it's not because they failed, but it's because their bodies failed them. Thank you guys for clicking on this video, and I hope you enjoy.
Pro Bowl wideout. Here comes Irvin after Luck. He got it away in time. And there he is, it's Hilton.
In 2012, the Colts didn't just draft a quarterback. They drafted a franchise savior. Andrew Luck was everything you could want in a quarterback. He was 6'4", brilliant IQ, a rocket arm, elite mobility, and maybe the most humble superstar the league had seen in years. He wasn't just the heir to Peyton Manning. He was the answer, and for a while he lived up to every bit of the hype. 4 straight seasons with 11+ wins, 3 Pro Bowls, a trip to the AFC Championship in just his 3rd year. Andrew Luck was him. But behind the scenes, his body was falling apart. He lacerated his kidney, torn labrum, rib cartilage damage, concussions, and through it all, he kept playing, kept smiling, and most importantly, he kept winning. He was the toughest guy in the room, and yet it was the toughness that cost him his career. He missed the entire 2017 season, rehab became his reality, the pain to him became normal, and football just wasn't fun for him anymore. And just when we thought he was back, 39 touchdowns in 2018, winning comeback player of the year, and the Colts looked like a playoff team again. Then, in the middle of a preseason game, it was all over for him. At just 29 years old, Andrew Luck walked away from the NFL, not because he couldn't play, but because his body wouldn't let him play. He chose peace over punishment, and honestly, I don't blame him. We never got to see Andrew Luck's prime, and we never got to see him raise a Lombardi trophy, but for those few years, we saw a special quarterback with limitless potential. And in a different world, one with protection, patience, and some more luck on his side, he might have gone down as one of the greatest to ever do it. He didn't just retire early, the game lost one of its brightest minds far too soon.
Where he could get both feet in bounds. Now 3rd down and goal. Griffin, end zone for the touchdown. Evan Royster.
In the 2012 NFL Draft, 2 quarterbacks could have changed the NFL forever. One was Andrew Luck, and the other one was Robert Griffin III. RG3 wasn't just fast, he was unreal, a Heisman Trophy winner with Olympic speed and a cannon arm. The Washington Commanders, then the Redskins, saw their future and gave up the world to get him. And in his rookie year, he delivered in a way that few rookies ever have. 3,200 passing yards, 815 rushing yards, and 27 total touchdowns. The NFC East title, Rookie of the Year, and the swagger that the league hadn't seen in a decade. But it all changed in a blink. A knee injury in Week 14 rushed back for the playoffs, and on a soaked FedEx field, his leg gave out and his future went with it. A torn ACL, a shredded LCL, all while the world watched. He tried to come back, tried to be the same, but he just never was. The speed was gone, the confidence was shaken, and the team moved on without him. The guy who once graced GQ covers and captivated an entire fan base was now holding a clipboard on the sidelines. Washington failed him, the coaching failed him, the medical staff failed him, but worst of all, football failed him. He'd bounce around Cleveland, Baltimore, but the magic just never returned. The league had moved on and his knees never did. Today, he's one of the most vibrant voices in sports media. He's still sharp, he's still passionate, and he's still RG3. But when we talk about the greatest what-ifs in NFL history, it's impossible to not think about Robert Griffin III. Because for that one incredible year, that one unforgettable season, he looked like the future of football. And if his body had held up, maybe he still would be. Most NFL players are fast, and some are strong, and a rare few are genuinely explosive. But there was one who was, Bo Jackson. He wasn't just a football player, and he wasn't just a baseball player. He was a freak of nature, a living glitch in real life. He was 6'1", 230 pounds, unofficially ran a 4.12 40, even though I'm not too sure how much I believe that. And when he hit you, it was like getting hit by a truck with cleats on. At Auburn, Bo was a one-man army, a Heisman Trophy winner who could have gone pro in 2 sports, and he did just that. The Royals got him first, the Raiders got him next, and somehow even playing part-time, he looked like the best athlete on the field, both fields. In just 38 NFL games, Bo Jackson racked up 2,700 rushing yards with 0 off-seasons, 0 rest, and he made it look easy. Then came January 13th, 1991, Raiders vs. Bengals. A routine, simple tackle that changed everything. A dislocated hip, a freak injury, one so rare that the doctors didn't even believe it at first. He popped it back in himself. He walked off the field, but that was the last snap Bo Jackson would ever play in the NFL. The injury ended his football career. He tried to come back to baseball, and he actually did, on a new artificial hip. He even hit a home run in his first at-bat post-surgery because he was Bo Jackson. But we never got to see the full Bo Jackson era. No MVPs, no rushing titles, no full season, we just saw moments. And that's all we really needed to know that he could have been an elite running back. Because in those moments, Bo Jackson wasn't just a player, he was a legend, and he didn't need a full career for us to realize how good he was.
Looks as if he's okay. Green Bay from the own 24, pump fake going deep. He is there, it is Sharpe. To the 20, to the 10, touchdown Packers.
Most wide receivers don't reach greatness in just 7 seasons. Sterling Sharpe did it in 6.5. He was drafted in 1988. Sterling Sharpe walked into the NFL like a grown man. Strong, physical, reliable. He wasn't flashy, but he was dominant. In just his 2nd season, he led the league in receptions, and he didn't slow down after that. From 1992 to 1994, he averaged 108 catches, 1,300 yards, and 13 touchdowns per year. In an era that didn't even favor receivers like today, Sharpe was still putting up video game-like numbers. And he wasn't doing it with Hall of Fame quarterbacks, at least not at first. Then, when Brett Favre arrived, together they became unstoppable. Sterling led the NFL in receptions 3 times. He caught over 100 passes in back-to-back seasons. No one could guard him, literally nobody. Then all of a sudden it just kind of ended. In week 16 of the 1994 season, Sharpe suffered a severe neck injury, one that doctors said could paralyze him if he had kept playing. And after getting that news, he retired at just 29 years old. His younger brother, Shannon, would go on to become a Hall of Fame tight end, and every time he asked, he would say the same thing.
My big brother Sterling, I'm the only player of 267 men that's walked through this building to my left that can honestly say this. I'm the only pro football player that's in the Hall of Fame, and I'm the 2nd best player in my own family.
Sterling Sharpe was that good, he just didn't get the time. In just 7 seasons, he racked up more touchdowns than some players do in 15. He did everything right except stay healthy. Sterling Sharpe was just inducted in the Hall of Fame, and if you watch him play, you know why, and you know he belongs there.
Todd Gurley with room to run. First down. Gurley down the sideline and out of bounds around the 10 of Carolina. His best.
There was a stretch in the NFL that wasn't even that long ago now, when Todd Gurley was the most feared running back in football. At Georgia, he was a monster. He was 6'1", 225 pounds with track speed, violent cuts, and strong trucking. Even after tearing his ACL in college, he was still a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. The Rams took the risk on him, and Gurley made them look like geniuses. Over 1,100 rushing yards as a rookie, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and by 2017, he was an unstoppable force in the Rams offense. In back-to-back seasons, Gurley racked up 3,900 total yards and 40 touchdowns. He was the engine of Sean McVay's offense, and the Rams became contenders overnight. Offensive Player of the Year, MVP candidate, fantasy football legend, and he was only 24 years old. But unfortunately, something changed. Late in 2018, Gurley started to disappear. He had fewer carries, fewer snaps, confusing interviews, and in the biggest game of his life, the Super Bowl, he barely even touched the ball. Fans didn't know what was happening, and it turns out he didn't really know what was happening either. Reports later revealed that he had arthritis in his left knee, the same knee that he tore back in college. He'd keep playing, first for the Rams and then for the Falcons, but his burst was gone, the cutting was gone, the contact and the explosion all gone. And just like that, Todd Gurley went from MVP candidate to out of the league at only 26 years old. He had no farewell tour, no big announcement, just quiet disappearance. And for a player once on pace for a Hall of Fame career, it doesn't feel real. Todd Gurley didn't decline, he just broke down, and he never got the second half of the career that he deserved. Football gives and football takes. For every player who gets a gold jacket, there's another one who gets forgotten. But these guys made an impact. They were stars even if it was only for a moment. And in a league that moves on so fast, sometimes we need to slow down and remember players like this. If they had stayed healthy, everything could have been different. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if I missed anybody. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.